All right, so today we're going to be taking a deep dive in something that you might have heard whispers about, but maybe haven't fully explored.
Yeah.
And that is off-page SEO.
Hmm.
We all know about the on-page stuff,
Yep.
right? Keywords, meta
Absolutely.
descriptions, making your site load faster than a rocket.
Yeah.
But off-page is really where the magic happens.
Right.
It's the stuff that can truly catapult your website to the top of those search results.
Uh-huh.
It's like the secret sauce,
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's all those things that you're doing outside of your website that's going to influence how you rank.
I like that.
So you think about it like on-page SEO is you meticulously crafting this amazing product.
Yeah.
And off-page is getting rave reviews, people lining up to buy it,
Yeah.
and word of mouth spreading like wildfire.
Huh.
Google sees all that buzz and they're like, okay, this must be something special.
So it's like proving your worth to Google, but not directly,
Exactly.
right? It's like showing them, not telling them.
Absolutely. And a huge part of that proof is going to come from what we call backlinks.
Okay.
These are essentially votes of confidence from other websites.
Gotcha.
So when a reputable site links to yours, Google sees that as a signal that your content is valuable, it's trustworthy,
Uh-huh.
and it's worth ranking higher.
But I bet it's not just about getting any backlink right.
Yeah.
Like a link from my cat's blog probably won't move the needle much.
You're exactly right. It's all about quality over quantity.
Okay.
So a link from a well-respected website in your industry is worth its weight in gold.
Yeah.
It's like getting a glowing recommendation from Oprah
Right.
versus your neighbor down the street
Yeah, makes sense.
who may or may not have actually used your product.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how do we go about snagging those high-quality backlinks?
Right.
Because I'm guessing just emailing every website under the sun isn't the best strategy.
Definitely not.
Okay.
So one tactic that has been working really well lately is guest blogging. So you write an insightful, killer piece for another website in your niche.
Yeah,
And in return, you usually get a backlink back to your site.
I see.
So it's a win-win because they get great content and you get that valuable link juice.
I've always been curious about that. Does Google actually know the difference between
Yeah,
a random link and a guest post link?
right.
Like, can they tell it's a more intentional, valuable connection?
It's not as simple as Google saying, oh, this is a guest post, so it gets extra points.
Right.
But the context definitely matters.
Okay.
So if your guest post is on a highly relevant, authoritative site, and the link is naturally integrated within high-quality content,
Yeah,
that's going to send strong signals to Google.
Got it.
So it's really all about the bigger picture.
makes sense. Our sources also mentioned this interesting tactic called broken link building.
Yes.
It sounds a bit counterintuitive, but walk me through it.
It's actually quite clever. What you do is you find broken links on websites, which nobody wants.
Yeah.
Right. And then you reach out to that website and you suggest your content as a replacement.
Okay.
So it's like being a helpful internet citizen. You're fixing a broken link and you're getting the backlink as a thank you.
So you're playing on their desire for a good user experience.
Absolutely.
And then you kind of swoop in as the hero with your fantastic content.
Exactly.
I like it. Now, for those feeling a little more daring,
Yes.
there's this thing called the skyscraper technique.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds ambitious.
It is. So you're essentially finding content that's already ranking well for a specific keyword.
Okay.
You're creating something even better. And then you're reaching out to sites that are linking to the original and suggesting they link to your superior version instead.
So it's like saying, hey, you're linking to the good stuff,
Exactly.
but check out the great stuff.
Right.
And because you've done your homework and created something truly exceptional,
Yeah.
you have a good chance of convincing them.
Precisely. It's not just about being bolder, but it's about backing it up with that amazing content.
And of course, we can't forget about the basics.
Absolutely.
Listing your website on platforms like Google My Business, Yelp, Bing Places.
Those are a must.
It's a must.
Yeah.
An easy win for backlinks and local SEO.
Yeah.
Those are like the no-brainers, especially for local businesses.
Yeah.
Like if you haven't claimed your listings yet, what are you doing?
Yeah, you're missing out.
You're missing out.
Big time.
But I'm curious, all this talk about backlinks, what about social media?
Yeah.
Do all those likes and shares actually help with SEO?
That's a great question. So social media doesn't directly impact your ranking,
Okay,
but it's a huge driver of traffic and brand awareness.
I see.
So think of it like building this massive fan base who are excited about your work, and that excitement is going to spill over to your website.
So it's more about building a community, getting people talking,
Exactly.
which indirectly benefits your SEO.
Yeah, you're creating a buzz.
Okay.
Even if your social media mentions don't have direct backlinks, Google's still picking up on that activity.
They see that you're engaging, that you're relevant,
Yeah.
that people are talking about you.
Right.
That's powerful stuff.
And there are so many smart ways to kind of leverage social media.
Uh-huh.
Our sources talk about, actively engaging with your audience on LinkedIn,
Yeah.
Twitter, Facebook, sharing your blog posts, using trending hashtags to expand your reach.
Definitely.
It's all very strategic.
It is.
And don't underestimate the power of building a personal brand on LinkedIn.
Oh, for sure.
Right. Sharing thoughtful content,
Yeah.
participating in discussions.
Mm-hmm.
It can really position you as a thought leader.
Absolutely.
And that authority, I feel like, can definitely have a ripple effect on your overall SEO.
It all goes back to building that credibility.
Yeah.
Even if it's not a direct link, Google sees those brand mentions.
Yeah.
And they think, okay, this person knows their stuff.
Exactly.
So that's why having that comprehensive social media strategy is so
Yes.
important.
It's not just about posting randomly. It's about strategically building your presence, engaging with the right people, contributing valuable insights.
So we've covered backlinks, we've covered social media, two big pieces of the off-page SEO puzzle.
Absolutely.
Now let's zoom in on something incredibly crucial, especially for local businesses,
Okay.
and that is Google My Business.
This is non-negotiable for local businesses.
Yeah.
It's like your virtual storefront, your digital welcome mat. If you haven't claimed your GMB listing, drop everything you're doing
Serious?
and do it right now.
No excuses.
No excuses.
It's free, it's easy to set up,
It is.
and it can make a world of difference in your local search visibility.
For sure.
But claiming it is just the first step.
Right.
You need to optimize it to really reap the benefits.
Absolutely. It's about making your GMB listing the best it can be.
Okay.
And that means ensuring that your NAPI,
Your what?
your NAP, so that's your name, your address and your phone number,
Oh.
is consistent across all platforms.
Yeah.
That consistency builds trust with both Google and potential customers.
So I've heard that inconsistency can really hurt you.
It can.
It's like sending mixed signals,
It is.
and Google doesn't like that.
Exactly. It confuses them.
Right.
They want to be sure they're sending people to the right place.
Yeah.
So make sure that your NAP is identical on your website, your social media profiles, online directories, everywhere.
Everywhere. Okay, and what about reviews?
Oh, yes.
I know those can kind of make or break a business these days.
They're essential. Social proof is everything.
Yeah.
So encourage your happy customers to leave positive reviews on your GMB listing. It's a powerful signal to Google that people like you and they trust you.
It's like digital word of mouth,
Exactly.
right? And it's not just about getting good reviews. It's also about responding to them, right?
Absolutely.
Both positive and negative.
Yes.
It shows that you're engaged and that you care about your customers' experiences.
Exactly. It humanizes your brand.
And don't forget to keep your GMB listing fresh and engaging.
Yes.
Regularly updating it with photos, posts, even special offers. It's like, dressing up your shop window.
Exactly.
Make it inviting. Show Google that you're active and relevant.
Yeah. Keep it fresh.
Speaking of making things inviting,
Yes.
we can't ignore the elephant in the room.
Uh-huh.
Mobile optimization.
Right.
It's 2025.
I know.
If your website isn't mobile friendly,
Right.
you're practically invisible.
Yeah, you're missing out.
So make sure it's responsive, it loads quickly, all the essential information is easy to find.
Absolutely.
It's all about providing that seamless user experience, no matter what device they're using.
Google's made it very clear
Right.
that mobile friendliness is a major ranking factor.
Yeah.
And it makes sense they want to provide the best possible experience for their users.
Right.
And that means prioritizing websites that are mobile optimized.
Okay, so we've tackled backlinks,
Yep.
social media, GMB, but there's another off-page avenue that I think is often overlooked,
Okay.
and that is the world of online communities and forums.
You're right. That's a great point.
Yeah.
So participating in relevant online communities like Quora, Reddit, and industry-specific forums can be incredibly valuable.
Okay.
It's like a virtual networking event
Ooh, I like that.
where you can, showcase your expertise
Yeah.
and connect with potential customers.
I love that analogy. It's about being present.
Yeah,
where your target audience is already hanging out,
exactly.
right? You're not just blasting your message out into the void.
Right.
You're engaging in targeted conversation.
You got it. And the key here is to be authentic and helpful.
Okay,
So don't just spam these communities with links to your website.
great.
Focus on providing valuable insights, answering questions thoughtfully,
Uh-huh.
and only linking to your content when it truly adds value to the conversation.
So, for example, if someone on Quora asks a question that you can answer with expertise, provide a detailed, helpful response. And then if it's relevant,
Yeah.
you could include a link to a blog post or a resource on your website
Right.
that delves deeper into the topic.
It's all about context.
Yeah.
When you're actively participating in these communities and you're genuinely contributing to the conversation, people are more likely to see you as a trustworthy source of information.
Right.
And that can naturally lead them to your website where they can learn even more.
Right. You're not just trying to sell them something.
Exactly.
You're building relationships and establishing yourself as a thought leader in your niche.
Right.
And that kind of authority goes a long way in the online world.
Absolutely. And speaking of authority, Reddit is another platform with massive potential.
Okay.
It's this vast network of communities that they call subreddits, covering practically every topic imaginable.
Yeah.
So finding the subreddits that align with your niche and engaging authentically can connect you with a highly engaged audience.
It's important to note that Reddit is known for being quite discerning.
They are.
They can sniff out inauthenticity a mile away.
Oh, yeah.
So you got to go in with genuine intentions to contribute and connect,
Right.
not just to promote.
Absolutely. The Reddit community values authenticity and insightful discussion. And if you can provide that,
Yeah.
you can build a loyal following and subtly promote your brand in a way that feels natural and organic.
And let's not forget about the power of Facebook groups.
Oh, yeah. Those are great, too.
There are countless groups dedicated to specific industries,
Mm-hmm.
interests, hobbies. It's like having access to a hyper-targeted audience all in one place.
You can find groups that perfectly align with your target demographic,
Right.
participate in discussions,
Yeah.
answer questions, share your expertise.
Uh-huh.
It's a fantastic way to build brand awareness, drive traffic to your website, and even generate leads.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
Backlinks,
Yeah.
social media, GMB, and even the world of online communities.
Right.
It's clear that off-page SEO is a multifaceted beast,
It is.
and it takes a strategic approach to really make it work.
You're absolutely right. It's not just a checklist of tasks.
Right.
It's about creating a comprehensive strategy that aligns with your overall business goals.
Yeah.
And it's about consistently putting in the effort to build relationships, provide value,
Right.
and establish your brand as a trusted authority in your space.
It's about playing the long game.
Exactly.
Right. You're not looking for quick wins. You're building a foundation for sustainable online success.
That's what it's all about.
Exactly. And that's what we'll continue exploring in part 2 of our off-page SEO deep dive.
Awesome.
We're going to delve into some advanced tactics, tools, and trends that can really take your efforts to the next level.
Can't wait.
So stay tuned.
Sounds good.
Welcome back to our deep dive into the fascinating world of off-page SEO. In part 1, we laid the groundwork, talking about backlinks, social media, GMB, the essential stuff. But now I'm ready to get into the nitty-gritty, the advanced tactics that can really give you an edge.
I like where your head's at. Let's kick things off with something that's been making waves lately, influencer marketing.
Okay?
Imagine having these online personalities with massive followings, vouching for your brand, sharing your content.
Yeah.
It's like word of mouth on steroids.
Right. It's tapping into that trust factor.
Yeah,
People are more likely to check something out if someone they admire recommends it.
absolutely.
But I imagine it's not as simple as just reaching out to the biggest influencer you can find and saying, hey, promote my stuff.
You hit the nail on the head. Authenticity is key here.
Okay.
You want to collaborate with influencers who genuinely align with your brand, whose audience is genuinely interested in what you offer.
Yeah.
It's about finding the right fit, not just chasing clout.
So it's about building genuine relationships, not just transactional ones.
Right.
But how do you even find the right influencers? Are there secret influencer directories I don't know about?
Not quite secret, but there are definitely tools and strategies.
Okay.
You can start by researching influencers in your niche, seeing who has a strong following and engagement. Look at their content, their audience demographics, their past collaborations.
So it's like detective work.
It is.
You're piecing together a profile of the ideal influencer for your brand.
Exactly. Once you've identified some potential partners, reach out to them with a personalized pitch.
Okay.
This could involve sending them free samples, offering a guest blogging opportunity, or even proposing a paid partnership.
I've heard some horror stories about brands kind of botching influencer outreach.
Yeah.
What are some common mistakes to avoid?
One big one is being too generic in your approach.
Okay.
Influencers get bombarded with requests, so you need to stand out.
Right.
Personalize your message, show you've done your research, and highlight why this collaboration would be mutually beneficial.
Makes sense. It's like any relationship you need to show you genuinely care
Yeah.
and that you're not just in it for a quick transaction.
Right. Another mistake is not being clear about your expectations from the start.
Okay.
So be upfront about what you're looking for, whether it's social media posts, reviews, or something else.
So good communication and clear goals are essential.
Absolutely.
You don't want any surprises down the line.
Now, shifting gears a bit, another valuable off-page strategy is participating in online events and conferences.
Okay.
They can be gold mines for networking, relationship building, and brand exposure. And the beauty is many of these events are now virtual.
I was going to say,
So you can participate from anywhere.
that's a game changer.
Right?
No more expensive flights or trying to fit travel into your busy schedule.
Exactly.
You can network from your couch in your pajamas. What's not to love?
I know, but even though you're not physically present, you can still make a splash.
Okay.
Be active in chats, ask insightful questions, connect with other attendees on social media.
Right.
It's all about being engaged and making those connections.
And I imagine virtual events can level the playing field a bit.
They do.
Right?
Yeah.
Smaller businesses or individuals can participate in events that they might not have been able to afford to travel to before.
Absolutely. It creates more opportunities for everyone, and our sources even suggest looking for events that offer speaking opportunities.
Oh, that's interesting.
Sharing your expertise on a virtual stage can boost your credibility,
Yeah.
put you in front of a new audience.
That's a great point. It's like giving a keynote, but from the comfort of your home office, no stage fright required.
Exactly. Now let's talk about something that can make or break you in the digital age online reputation management.
Ooh, this is a big one.
It is.
One negative review or social media post can spiral out of control
Uh-huh.
and seriously damage your brand's image.
It can.
I imagine it's like a constant game of whack-a-mole.
It can feel that way,
Right.
but it's about being proactive, not reactive.
Okay.
So set up Google Alerts for your brand name and key terms so you're notified whenever someone mentions you online.
So you can nip any potential issues in the bud before they blow up.
Yeah, precisely. And remember, reputation management isn't just about firefighting negative feedback.
Right.
It's also about actively encouraging satisfied customers to leave positive reviews on platforms like Google, Yelp, and Facebook.
Those glowing testimonials can be powerful social proof.
They are.
It's like having a chorus of happy customers singing your praises online.
Exactly. And don't forget to respond to reviews, both positive and negative.
Yeah.
It shows you're listening, you care, and you're engaged.
Right.
It humanizes your brand.
Okay, so we've covered some big picture strategies.
We have.
Now let's get a bit more technical. We talked about GMB earlier, but local SEO is a beast of its own right.
It is claiming your GMB listing is just the tip of the iceberg.
Okay.
It's about making sure your website is sending all the right signals to Google.
Uh-huh.
So you pop up in those near me searches.
Because people are searching for solutions right now.
Right.
They're on their phones, they need something nearby, and they need it now.
Exactly. So one tactic is using location-based keywords throughout your website content. So mention your city, state, or neighborhood naturally in page titles, headings, body text.
Like planting little location flags all over your website.
I like that analogy.
Yeah.
Another important tactic is building local citations.
Okay.
So these are mentions of your business name, address, and phone number, your NAP,
Gotcha.
on other websites.
So it's not just about being on Google My Business.
Right.
It's about creating this web of consistency across the internet.
Right. The more consistent your NAP information is across the web,
Yeah,
the more confident Google will be in ranking you for local searches.
that makes sense.
You can find local directories specific to your industry or region and submit your business information. It takes a bit of effort, but it's worth it.
Okay, so NAP, consistency, location-based keywords. This is making me realize how much goes into local SEO.
There's definitely a lot to it. And speaking of technical details, let's talk about schema markup.
Okay.
I know it sounds intimidating, but it's actually quite simple.
I've heard the term thrown around, but to be honest, I'm a bit fuzzy on what it actually is.
Schema markup is basically a way to add structured data to your website
Okay,
that helps search engines understand your content better.
gotcha.
Think of it like adding labels to your content so Google can easily categorize and index it.
So it's like speaking Google's language,
It is.
making it crystal clear what your content is about,
Yeah,
so they can rank you accordingly.
exactly. And this can do wonders for your visibility and search results.
Yeah.
You might even get those rich snippets, those enhanced listings with extra information like star ratings, images, and more.
Those rich snippets are eye-catching. You can't help but click on them.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And implementing schema markup isn't as complicated as it sounds. You can use tools like Google's Structured Data Markup Helper to generate the code
Okay.
and add it to your website.
Okay. I'm feeling a bit more confident about schema markup. Now it's not just some abstract technical jargon.
Right.
It's a tangible way to boost your visibility.
Yeah. It is. But let's shift gears for a moment. We've been talking a lot about data strategy, technical stuff.
Yeah.
What about the human element?
That's a great point. At the end of the day, it's about connecting with people.
Yeah.
And a powerful way to do that is through brand storytelling.
Yes, the power of a good story. But how does storytelling fit into the world of off-page SEO?
Yeah.
It's about creating a compelling narrative around your brand
Right.
that resonates with your audience and makes them want to learn more. So instead of just listing features and benefits, tell the story of why you started your business, what problems you solve, how you're making a difference.
So it's about connecting on an emotional level.
Yeah.
Showing the heart behind the brand.
Exactly.
People connect with stories, not just facts and figures.
Right. Share customer testimonials, behind-the-scenes glimpses, stories that showcase your brand's personality.
Yeah.
This kind of content is highly shareable and engaging, which can lead to more social media buzz, backlinks, and overall brand visibility.
It's like giving people a peek behind the curtain, letting them into your world. It builds trust and makes you more relatable.
Exactly. And remember, a good story is more than just words.
Right.
It's about visuals, emotions, and creating an experience that people will remember.
We've covered a ton of ground in this part. Influencer marketing,
Yeah.
online events, reputation management, local SEO, schema markup, and now brand storytelling.
I know.
My head is spinning, but in a good way.
It's a lot to take in, but the key takeaway is that off-page SEO is multifaceted.
Right.
It requires a strategic approach, a willingness to experiment, and a constant pulse on the ever-changing digital landscape.
And it's about remembering the human element behind all the data and algorithms.
Yeah.
It's about connecting with people and building genuine relationships.
Now get ready for part 3, where we'll explore some cutting-edge tools and trends that can really take your off-page SEO game to a whole new level.
Welcome back to the final part of our off-page SEO deep dive. We've covered a lot of ground from the fundamentals to some pretty advanced tactics, but now I'm ready to peek into the future. Explore those cutting-edge tools and trends that are shaping the SEO landscape.
I love your enthusiasm. You're right. The SEO world is constantly evolving, and to stay ahead of the curve, you need to embrace the latest advancements. So let's dive into this exciting realm of AI-powered SEO tools.
Okay.
Artificial intelligence is revolutionizing the way we approach SEO, and off-page optimization is no exception.
AI, that sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie. But seriously, how is AI actually being used in SEO? It's like replacing human strategists altogether.
Not quite replacing us, but definitely augmenting our capabilities. AI tools can analyze massive amounts of data, identify patterns, and generate insights that would take humans forever to uncover manually.
So it's like having a superpowered research assistant.
Exactly.
Working tirelessly behind the scenes.
For example, some AI tools can analyze your backlink profile and pinpoint areas for improvement, so they can identify toxic links that are hurting your ranking or suggest relevant websites for outreach.
That's incredible. So it takes the guesswork out of backlink analysis.
You got it.
I remember spending hours, days, even trying to manually assess my backlink profile. AI can do that in minutes.
Some AI tools even go a step further and help personalize your outreach efforts.
Wow.
So they analyze the tone and style of a website's content and suggest the most effective way to approach them.
It's like having a virtual PR agent crafting the perfect pitch.
Exactly.
That's next level stuff. It's like AI is taking all the tedious, time-consuming tasks off our plate, allowing us to focus on the strategic, creative side of things.
That's the beauty of it. AI is a powerful tool that, when used effectively, can significantly enhance our SEO efforts. But let's move on to another trend that's shaking things up: voice search optimization.
Okay.
With smart speakers and voice assistants like Siri and Alexa becoming increasingly ubiquitous,
Yeah,
people are searching the web using their voices more than ever before.
that makes sense. It's so much easier to just ask your device a question than to type it out.
Yeah.
But how does that change the SEO game?
Well, people tend to use longer, more conversational phrases when speaking compared to typing.
Mhm.
So instead of targeting short, generic keywords,
Right.
you need to focus on creating content that answers questions naturally, conversationally.
So it's less about keywords and more about understanding intent,
You nailed it.
like anticipating the types of questions people might ask and then providing those answers in a way that feels like a real conversation.
Our sources emphasize using what we call long-tail keywords.
Yeah, okay.
These are longer, more specific phrases that people naturally use in voice searches.
Gotcha.
So, for example, instead of targeting SEO,
Right.
you might target how to improve my website's SEO for voice search.
So it's about thinking like your audience understanding how they're actually searching
Exact.
and then adapting your content accordingly. It's a whole different way of approaching keyword research.
And don't forget about the importance of providing concise, clear answers. People using voice search are often looking for quick, specific information.
It's like giving them the TLDR version, but
Yeah.
in a way that's still comprehensive and helpful.
Now let's talk about another trend that's gaining traction: visual search optimization.
Okay.
Platforms like Google Lens and Pinterest Lens are making it increasingly easy for people to search the web using images.
Visual search. So instead of typing in keywords, you can just snap a picture of something and find related information.
It is.
That's pretty amazing.
But it means you need to optimize your images just like you optimize your text content.
Okay.
Use descriptive file names, alt tags, and captions that accurately describe your images and include relevant keywords.
So it's not just about making your images look pretty.
Right.
It's about making sure they're searchable
Yeah.
and that Google understands what they're about.
Exactly. And don't forget about image sitemaps.
Yeah.
Submitting an image sitemap to Google can help ensure that your images get indexed and show up in image search results.
It's like giving Google a visual map of your website, making it easier for them to understand and index your images.
Now let's venture into the realm of blockchain technology.
Okay.
It's best known for cryptocurrencies,
Right.
but blockchain has the potential to disrupt many industries, including SEO.
Blockchain and SEO. That's an interesting combination. I'm intrigued, but also a bit intimidated. What does blockchain even have to do with SEO?
It's still early days, but there are some really exciting possibilities.
Okay.
For example, blockchain could create a more transparent and trustworthy backlink ecosystem.
Go ahead.
Imagine a world where backlinks are recorded on a decentralized ledger, making it virtually impossible to manipulate or fake them.
That would be revolutionary. It would level the playing field
Exactly.
and ensure that websites are rewarded for genuinely earning high-quality backlinks.
It would eliminate a lot of the spam and shady tactics that plague the backlink world.
Yeah.
It's a vision of a more ethical and authentic SEO landscape.
That's something I think we can all get behind.
Yeah.
It's about time the good guys get the recognition they deserve.
Now let's shift gears and talk about this mobile-first world we live in.
Okay.
Google has shifted to a mobile-first index, meaning they primarily use the mobile version of your website for ranking and indexing.
So if your website isn't optimized for mobile devices, you're basically shooting yourself in the foot.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Make sure your site is responsive, loads quickly, and provides a seamless user experience on smartphones and tablets.
It's about putting yourself in the shoes of a mobile user.
Yeah.
What are their needs? What are their expectations? And how could you create a website that meets those needs and exceeds those expectations?
Exactly. Another crucial aspect is ensuring that your mobile site has the same content and functionality as your desktop site.
Gotcha.
Don't hide important information or features on your mobile site, as this could negatively impact your rankings.
So it's about creating a consistent experience across all devices,
Right.
not just prioritizing one over the other.
Now, as we wrap up this epic off-page SEO journey, I think the key takeaway is that this field is constantly evolving. What works today might not work tomorrow.
Right.
So be adaptable, embrace new technologies, and never stop learning.
It's about staying curious, experimenting, and always pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
And at its core, off-page SEO is about building a strong online presence,
Yeah.
establishing your brand as a trusted authority, and connecting with your audience in meaningful ways.
It's about playing the long game, focusing on quality over quick wins, and building a foundation for sustainable online success. So to all our listeners out there,
Yes.
go forth, experiment, Analyze your result and never stop learning. The world of SEO is yours to conquer.
And remember, have fun along the way.
Yes.
SEO can be challenging,
Yeah.
but it's also incredibly rewarding to see your efforts pay off and watch your online presence grow.
And on that note, we'll bid you farewell, fellow SEO enthusiasts.
Wonderful.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep optimizing, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible in the ever-evolving world of digital marketing.